Hey guys, I'm Maddie, and today I'm going to be talking about why I'm getting a new laptop, unboxing the new laptop, and how I decided to get that model. So let's get started. So last night I was studying and these little lines started showing up on my laptop. It wasn't affecting the function or anything, so I just kind of ignored it. I got a little self-conscious, so I started putting things on my Google Drive, like important files that I knew I needed, but I didn't really think too much of it. And then I woke up this morning and my screen had lines panning over it, just like it was scanning. And anytime I tried to do anything on it, it was lagging. And so I called Apple, and I was on the phone with Apple for literally 2 hours. I updated it, did everything, but when I screen shared it to my TV, everything was working fine. So it's obviously a screen problem and not like a processor problem. So I made an appointment with the Apple store, went in pretty much anticipating getting this fixed. In the back of my mind, I thought about getting a new laptop and kind of made some thresholds in my head about at what point am I going to get a new laptop, because I got this thing straight out of high school, like for my high school graduation. So back in 2015. So this is the early 2015 13-inch MacBook Pro. And I absolutely love it. It got me all through undergrad, through my first year of med school. It has been fantastic. A total trooper. And it was really hard for me to even think about parting with it. So I went to the store and the guy told me it was going to be about $500 to replace it, and he was going to need my laptop for 7 days, which he said sometimes it takes longer than that, sometimes it takes not that long, but just be prepared for 7 days. We have a quiz in a couple of days, and then we have a final next week, and that just was not going to work for me. We're going to be on our computers a lot. So I thought about, do I go to Best Buy and just get a cheap $150, $200 laptop and deal with it for the time being and then get my laptop back? But again, this computer is 6 years old. So is that really worth it? Once I've spent $500 and some in repairs, and then another $200 and some on a placeholder laptop, so I'm already up to at least $700 when I can just get a new computer that I don't have to worry about at all. So sitting there in the store with the guy, I was kind of deciding. I never even thought about the MacBook Air, to be completely honest with you. My mom had it. She got hers about 4.5 years ago, and I hate it. I think it's super flimsy. It has all sorts of problems, and I'm not sure if that's because she doesn't really know how to use a computer, or if it's because of the poor quality. So I was just really turned off by Airs, especially since how much I love my Pro. It's just so sturdy and so fantastic. But then I started comparing the Air and the Pro online, and I also got to see one in person, and I held it and I looked at it. I typed on it a little bit, and it is much more sturdy than my mom's 2016 version. So that kind of swayed me a lot into actually looking into the Air. And so I realized that for about $200, so I got the upgraded Air. So it was the $1,300 model. So it has more storage. It has 512 gigabytes of storage. And then it has the newest processor, versus the Pro actually has 2 generations prior. Its processor is 2 generations prior, for 512 gigabytes. And that cost is $1,500. So I'm already $200 cheaper for the Air for basically the same computer. I don't do anything crazy on my computer. I basically just do emails, watch YouTube videos, watch school, and take Zoom calls. So nothing super intense. I'm not editing anything crazy or gaming. So I figured why not, I figured why not just go with the Air, especially if it is as sturdy as it seems. So I'll insert a video of what my Pro was doing with the screen, because it was just super strange. The guy did say that it's probably just an alignment issue or something like that, but when they do have to replace the screen, they have to replace the battery as well. And it's labor intensive, and so you're looking at a flat rate of $500, and then if they find anything else, there's going to be additional cost on top of that. So that's just something that you need to be aware of. So additionally, since I am a student, I got a student discount, which right now they run this a couple times a year, I think. Maybe it's just during the summer through mid-October, which luckily I fell within 3 days of that. So they took $100 off of the price of the laptop, and then I got Apple Care, which I highly recommend. I think they give it to you automatically for a year with any laptop that you buy, but I got Apple Care with my Pro when I bought it back in 2015, and it saved me so many times. I took it to Nicaragua and I came back and the screen just wouldn't turn on. And so it was within the 3 years of purchasing it, and they replaced the entire thing for free. I got a brand new battery out of it. I got a brand new soundboard out of it, and so it just, saved me a new laptop basically after 2 years of having this. So I highly recommend it. It's normally $300. With a student discount, they give you $50 off, and that's for 3 years. So this is actually going to get me, the Apple Care is going to get me through residency, which is so comforting to know, because then I'll actually have a job. So if my computer does break, I will have some form of income. And then on top of that, they threw in a pair of AirPods, which I honestly am not going to use them, but they're $160 normally, and I got them for free. So I think I'm going to sell them online for a discounted price, or I'm going to give it to my brother for Christmas. I haven't quite decided yet. So that's definitely a huge bonus. I'm not going to open those because I'm selling them probably. And then, so Apple does do a trade-in for any of your devices, or they'll recycle it for free, which is awesome. So this, I looked it up online, and it said that they would give me $120 because the processor still works and everything, but it's the screen that's messed up. I talked to the guy in the Apple store, and he said you might be able to get $320 for it, but since it's a screen issue, it'll likely be $120. But he also said that I could sell it online because people are after these parts. And since it has such a good processor, everything's still working besides the screen. And the screen still works totally fine right now. It was panning for a little bit, but that just makes me nervous. I don't want it to glitch out in the middle of an exam or anything. So I decided to get a new one. But if somebody can fix this, if somebody's techie, they could totally fix this and have a fantastic computer for a few more years. So I'm gonna try to sell this one online for a few $100s, and that's just... So with the Air, it was a really tough decision trying to decide whether to go with the Air or the Pro. I trust my Pro. I know that the Pro has been known to be a better computer, and after seeing my mom's, I was really, really hesitant to get the Air. The processor is slightly slower than the Pro, but like I said, I don't do anything crazy. They had this in the store. Chase and I had looked online to see where the Pros were. I think the closest one was about 60 miles away, so we were preparing for a drive if that's what I decided to do. And it's $200 more expensive. So at the end of the day, I think the price is what really sold me. I'm paying the same amount for the baseline Pro as I am for the next level Air, and if I was a gamer, or if I did something, if I was doing anything crazy on my computer, I probably would have gone with the Pro. But I think now that they've had the Air for so long and it is an upgraded model, I do trust it a little bit more. I will definitely let you guys know if anything crazy happens with it, but It looks much more sturdy. The screen now looks like the Pro's. Side note, it also doesn't have the touch bar, which I hate the touch bar. Chase has it on his computer and I absolutely hate it. And so when I was looking at the Pros, I was hoping that there was an option to not get the touch bar, not just because it saves money, but because I just can't stand it. And like I said, Chase loves it and he just didn't understand that. But the guy showed me the Air and he was like, oh, there's no touch bar on it though. I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. So I was super excited about that. And another bonus, I'm not sure if the Pros are like this too, but a significant amount of the materials that go into the Air are recycled. It might even be 100%. I'm not quite sure, but I think it is. I'm gonna look that up because it says online. So the Air is a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core 10th generation Intel Core i5 processor. And then it has a turbo boost up to 3.5 gigahertz. So normally it'll be running on the 1.1, but it can turbo boost when it needs to, which is great. And then there's also an upgrade on that where you can get it to 1.2 gigahertz, a 1.7 processor, and then a turbo boost up to 3.8 gigahertz. But I'm not really super concerned about that. It also has an 8 gig memory. I don't think that I need the 16 gig memory, which is the upgraded. And then they now offer 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte storage for the Air, which is crazy, and I also don't need that. So I went with the 512 gigabyte storage, and that is upgraded for the Air. I knew that I wanted the upgraded storage. I wanted the 512. The base model for both the Air and the Pro is 256. Right now I have 128, and it has been a problem recently now that the updates are getting bigger and bigger. Chase has the 512 and his storage is over half full. And so just knowing that, he doesn't delete anything either, but just knowing that mine would be full had I gotten the 256 if I were in his shoes was also a swaying factor for me. So I knew that I would need the upgrade for if I got either the Pro or the Air. And so that $200 difference for the same storage and basically the same processor, or even an upgraded processor in the Air, the newer processor, is what really swayed me to go ahead and just go with the Air. So let's start unboxing it. I already took the outer sleeve off of the box. I just got so excited to open it. I did go with the gold. That's not like me to go with that, but I was feeling a little crazy and it kind of looks pink, which I love, so we'll see how it goes. I do have 15 days to return it with no fee. So here she is. It's very light. It's super thin too, especially compared. And then it comes with your little charging guide. Let's see how long this is. So about 5.5 feet long. And then it comes with this. So this is smaller than my MacBook Pro's charger. This just looks like an iPad charger. Okay. This pops off. So I guess it doesn't come with the big fat one that is the 3-pronged, so I'll probably keep that from my Pro. And then let's open this thing up. Oh, there she is. So it's got a nice big touchpad on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. And that's bigger than my Pros. And then it doesn't have the bar, which I love, but it does have the touch bar, or the little touchpad, so you can use Touch ID to sign in. Oh, and something else that makes me sad is I love my little light up apple on the back, which this one does not have. It looks more like a mirror. So just to recap, this is my old early 2015 MacBook Pro that has started to have some screen problems. And then this is my new 2020 MacBook Air in gold. It definitely looks more pink in person. I think it looks pretty gold on the screen. Let me hold it up. Yeah, it definitely looks more gold on the screen, but more pink in person. And then this has the 512 gigabytes of storage. This one has 126. And then it has the 1.1 gigahertz quad core processor with the i5 processor with a turbo boost of 3.5 gigahertz. I really think that if you are not a gamer or anything where you're doing something super intense on your laptop, that you should go with the Air. I don't think that it's worth the money to go up to the Pro. I got the Pro for peace of mind when I was entering college, and I really feel like this is a much more sturdy version of the previous Air, and I will definitely be letting you know if that is the case or is not the case. I am on my laptop like 8 to 12 hours a day, so we're definitely going to see how this thing holds up. It came with about a 5.5 foot long cable, a little tiny charging box, and then I got the AirPods for free. So if you guys have any questions, please leave a comment down below. And we usually do med school videos, but this is pretty med school related just because things like this are going to happen in med school, and you're going to have to take a day to figure it out and figure out what is going to financially work for you. So if you like videos like this or are interested in more videos about med school, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.